Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land. The question is, do you believe that we can communicate with the other side? On Miracle Monday, we have Mitch, the modern medium, in the house.
Thank you for
To
having
help
me.
us break
yes.
this on down. So tell us a little bit about what's your definition of mediumship?
So for me, mediumship is honestly tapping into the highest level of understanding. It's a sense of knowing that the safety in being a medium is literally living in the medium world in this reality, but knowing where we come from and where we go home to. For me, there's such a sense of peace knowing that our loved ones are communicating in a way that it's a different language than we're used to. But when we learn how to tap in consciously, because we're busy people, when we learn how to just communicate and tap in, you see that there is a different way of communicating to spirit. And we do lose our physical body. So we have to remember we go into this conscious awareness. And it's an awareness that when you tap into it, you're the vehicle to see the change.
Your journey, though, to tapping into this is very inspiring. We know that you were broken, you were on a chase, you lost your sense of self. How did you rediscover your sense of self in this?
It was not easy. It was not easy. I literally was having panic attacks. I'm a recovering drug addict, and addiction was a heavy part of my life. And through that journey, I just always blamed the anxiety and all of this paranoia on the partying. I'm like, oh, I lived in Miami, New York City, so I mean, like,
Enough said.
So I played around, but it really pushed me into this, like, to the point where I was so paranoid and depressed and maybe even suicidal at points, because I'm like, I don't know what's happening, and I can't really talk to people about this. Doctors try to give you medication, and I'm like, this doesn't feel right. And it was actually two mediums that came across my path that were like, oh, honey, you're going to be okay. Everything that's going on is not what you think. And this one lady just looked at me and made eye contact, pulled through my grandmother, because she was a medium, and she told me something my grandmother used to tell me, and she said, in a month, everything's going to change for you. And I was like, all right, I'm going to win the lottery. And nope. I had an experience that really shifted my whole perception and reality. And after that is when I started communicating, talking to people, my family. At first thought I lost my mind. And then over time, they were like, this is the real thing. And now they come to my events and watch me.
Do you mind me asking what that event was?
So the event it was in 2014. And are you talking about the experience? Or so this is how life works, right? And spirit works is we expect these big, we plan everything. So we're like, all right, it's gonna happen on this day. I literally got done the gym and I was clearing my head, and I went home and it was midday, and I literally went into this experience where I was in the light, but I was in my body. And I was talked to, although I didn't see anything, I was communicating and crying, and I saw my lifeline, what happened to me, where I was currently at, and what do I need to achieve in this life if I choose to. And I saw all my loved ones in spirit, and they were communicating to me and giving me this safety without words. It was just this oneness that we can't put into words, and I can't really explain it other than the safety of this is just a blip, and we have to make the best of it. Yeah.
So I'm curious, because I believe my truth, and it was one of my final questions in my spirituality, because I've figured it all out now. Just kidding. But I really believe that there's only one spirit, and I don't believe that we actually go beyond in this form. But what I do believe is that whatever's in the DNA that still needs to be completed, and the personalities are still streaming through as personas. But I don't believe that there's an actual person, if you will, that lives on. What do you think about that?
So I love you. Yeah, you're great. Because you get imprints. I work off of imprints, right? We go into this conscious universe when we cross over, or spirit and purity. And we can tap into it. That's why I get visuals, memories, because I'm tapping into their conscious being.
Yes.
So we are part of the whole conscious, and our hearts were one. And over time we hopefully learn that. But a lot of people go through life guarded stuck on their past experiences and guarded. And, you know, most people don't question life until, you know, close to death or when someone gets sick and everyone goes, halt.
Yeah.
So then the intention of going to a medium would really be to complete whatever cycles, whatever needs to be completed to complete the suffering and whatever it is to become whole of the messages that have come through the past lives of your lineage and your ancestors,
Absolutely.
correct? Yeah, okay, great. So
It's all healing. It's all healing. And Spirit chose me to be a vehicle for that degree because I know I'm crazy enough to go out there and be like,
you know, you came out of spiritual closet.
yeah, it's literally. Yeah,
What
yeah.
kind of services do you offer if clients wanted to come and work with you?
Well, I do events, big gallery readings, phone readings, individuals. It really is unique to the person, but you know, I'm a healer and I go where I'm called. But you can follow me at mitchellott.com. That's Mitchell with one L and then ott.com. But that's the services that I give is unique to each person and what they need, really.
Well, thank you for coming
Beautiful.
out of the spiritual closet. We need more people just having these, what I think is normal conversations. It's not miracles or anything. It's really natural, and this
Right.
is our natural state. So thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
all that you
Yeah,
do.
Thank you.
Stay
Thank you.
tuned. We'll be
Yeah.
right back.
We have a very special look at luxury, fashion, and design from one of the queens herself, Nerchisa. Let's take a look.